Have I got a spam marker hack for you?
This is your quick tip.
All right, spam markers, man. I don't use them that often, but I know that a lot of people do. And normally when you do a spam marker, right, you would come over here, you would hit M again, come in here and type, this is not a robot. I don't know. Doesn't matter. You can type anything. So you've got your spam marker. I'm going to turn it blue just for funsies. And so here it is. It's just a regular marker, but if I hold down Option and I click on it, it breaks, and then I can make it be a spam marker, right? And so I do all this. This is not a robot. But then later I come over here and I see that, crap, in the middle of that, I've got a robot. And then I hit my in and I hit my out and then I hit extract or ripple delete. And so now that's not a robot. Now I've got to come over here and be like, that's not a robot, right? And fix that because now it's too long. The spam marker doesn't extract when I do a ripple delete. And then I have to keep fixing all of my spam markers, and it drives me crazy. Well, someone recently, and I think it might have even been a friend of the channel, Ron V, could have been him that came up with this interesting hack, is to use an adjustment layer instead for your spam markers, instead of just having them span on top. Here's my graphics bin right now, right? See graphics. If I right click and I say new item, adjustment layer, it's my sequence is in HD, so 1920 by 1080 is fine, and I say okay, and here's my adjustment layer, and I bring it down here, right? And I would color it a different color personally, but let's say this is fine for right now. So here it is, my adjustment layer. Now I'm gonna select my adjustment layer and I'm gonna hit M for marker. I'm gonna hit M again, and then I'm gonna type in here, I am not a robot. And I'm gonna make it blue for funsies, and then I'm gonna say okay. So here is that spam marker. If I hold down Option and I click on it in the timeline, I can't break it and make it be a spam marker. But if I double click the clip, the adjustment layer clip right here, it will open up inside my source window. Then I can come over here, hold down Option, or I'm gonna guess Alt if I'm on a PC, and I'm gonna open up the spam marker. Now I've got a spam marker here, but you have to come over here, not just select it, right? So let's say if I match frame that so it's not up there, you have to come over here, double click it, put it into your source window. I am not a robot. Now the spam marker's on an adjustment layer. It's on something tangible. So now if I'm like, I am not a robot, but oh shoot, here's a robot dancing right here. I've got my in and out around it. I hit X to extract. Now the spam marker goes with it. Of course, now, you can see that the spam marker is now in two parts. And if I want to drag that span out even more, I would have to double click this in there and then drag it out, right? So you have to double click the adjustment layer, throw it up in your source side, and then you can do that. And now I've got my span marker here where I can see it on my adjustment layer. And if I move this adjustment layer to the, all the way to my topmost row, I can just have this one whole row just be for adjustment layers with span markers if I'm a span marker kind of person. And as I go through and I take out information, then the span comes with it. It's just a little hack, just a little adjustment layer span marker hack from me to you, and I believe through good friend of the channel, Ron V, who thought this up and presented it to me as a fix for the span markers not going with your extracts. There you go, folks. That's the whole enchilada. Span markers on adjustment layers. I think it's a brilliant solve for that problem. If you do too, let me know in the comments. Or if you've got a better way to deal with span markers, let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. Also, if you want to work with me, 3-hour deep dive, 6-month mentorships, whole course on how to edit in Avid, check it out below. It's in the description, and I will see you in the next video.